It's not the typical video that I make, but somebody made a video about me and I'm going to respond now.
I was a part of a group that I thought was a safe place, and come to find out, it was nothing short of that. We have been bullied, me and my best friends, 2 of us, and others. But I have sent the messages of the bullying and how we were being talked to. I wouldn't talk to my dog the way that you allow Principal to talk to your people.
So I'll stop right there. And what this is in regards to, once again, is something that I have said just needs to stop. So it all goes back to Heather stating that she for sure had a picture of Santos at the Dallas airport. That's what it's about. This is Carrie that's speaking. She later that night said, it was late. It was like 1 o'clock night. She sends me a whole bunch of screenshots, right? There wasn't any rhyme or reason. It wasn't like, this person's in this color, this person's in this color, whatever. It was a whole bunch of screenshots. I read through them. Then she sends me the key of who's in what, and I said, thank you, that will help, because I was lost as to what was going on. So I will look at them tomorrow, and hopefully it'll make more sense. I did that. And I have dealt with situations behind the scenes. If you have truly been a member of mine and or followed me for any amount of time, what do I always say? If it doesn't happen on screen, on live, or in comments, you will never know what happens. I will never put that information out there. I'm going to skip through the part where she's talking about Principal because it does not pertain to me. So I'll skip through that and I'll get back to where she continues to bash me.
As far as you go, Angie, I sent you every bit of proof of how you're allowing your people to talk to us that are supposed to be your people.
First, those text messages were not in complete form, first and foremost. Second, you don't know that I haven't dealt with that. Again, I just said I dealt with it, but I don't come on screen and put out absolutely everything that happens. Not everything belongs on the internet. What I deal with behind the scenes.
A safe place.
It is a safe place.
What about your safe place? But you condone?
Who said I did?
Your own people to talk to your other people that way?
Who said I condoned it?
Nope. Nope. I sent you every single screenshot of proof of how I was being talked to, Heather was being talked to, and then the gossip about Nikki.
I have no clue what she's talking about in regards to Nikki. I don't know gossip about Nikki. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea. Again, had multiple conversations with Nikki. Don't know what you're talking about unless there's another Nikki. So again, I handle things behind the scenes as they should be handled because that is not for TikTok. Who on TikTok even cares about this? Nobody. But you brought it to TikTok, so I'm going to clear my name.
That are your people, your sock gang, to go in other rooms talking about us. That's crazy.
I send people to go into other rooms to talk about you guys. I don't even have time to go into other rooms. I don't have time to watch TikTok myself. No, I'm not sending no, but you send me one person that said, Angie said, go into so-and-so's live or page or picture or post or whatever and said to talk about somebody. You send me one person. I have never, and I never would. Again, Gen X, if I have something to say to somebody, I'm going to say it to their face. I'm not sending people over to do any of that for me. I would do that myself, 1. Two, I can't control. Listen, I'm not other people on here. I don't control where people go. I tell people all the time, I don't care who you follow. I don't care what chats or lives or what it is that you're doing. I'm not controlling that. Just because you're Sock Gang and you're over here with me does not mean that you can't be friends with everybody else. So I have no control if people go into chats, into other rooms and say things that I know nothing about. Again, I'm only on TikTok about 2.5 hours a day. That's when I'm live. That's it. That's all I have time for.
I always respected you. I always respected your room.
Vice versa.
Your chat. I kept it safe. Mm-hmm. But then you got Principal who thinks her shit don't stink. And who can do everything. Nothing she does is wrong. Well, sorry.
Who says that?
So sorry. You're wrong. Angie, you're wrong for allowing your people to talk to us who are a part of the Sock Gang like that. Nope. You're just as guilty then. You're allowing them to bully and harass.
It goes on like that for another several minutes. She then goes on to state how if somebody ends up taking their life, that it is my fault. She then goes on to talk about how all of this is my fault, and if somebody, her friend, unalives herself, it is all my fault. Let me tell you, this all happened very late Saturday night. I didn't even get it until Sunday morning, like after midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. Then Sunday was my son's birthday. Mind you, in between all of this, I am handling behind the scenes, as I always do, and I always said that I would. And I grasp that you talked about all the stuff that you had going on and what Heather has going on, and that this whole situation behind this whole picture, that all of this is from a picture, mind you, right? This whole picture thing has had her so stressed out. She's had horrible thoughts, etc. And you asked me if I had reached out, and I told you, even in Shelby's chat, she unfollowed us and she changed her name. So then you asked me again in here, did you reach out? Did you reach out? No, I haven't reached out. Do you want to know why I haven't reached out? One, I've been dealing with all of this stuff behind the scenes, talking to absolutely everybody. And two, and most importantly, not that you give two shits, because no one really seems to care when something's going on with me. But if you've been in my live, you know every single day I've been asking for prayers for my family. I said I won't go into too much, but I'm asking for serious prayers for my family. I've had 2 family members in the hospital since, and one of them on life support. So sometimes I have to put myself first, and this is going to be one of those times. You and Heather, move on. Don't be a part of the Sock Gang. That's fine. Again, people are free to come and go as they please. But to come on here and try to drag my name through the mud and say that somebody's life is in my hands because I didn't lickety-split do something fast enough and report back to you is absolutely unacceptable. That is not my responsibility on here. Again, I have handled said situation. It has been dealt with. And again, if somebody goes into somebody else's live, that's not I don't control people. I'm not other creators that have all of their little people, all their mods and all of their followers on a leash and don't allow them to go anywhere else. TikTok's a big world. Roam free, Sock Gang. I want you to go out and see and do and find people, etc. But God forbid, one time Angie has something going on in her life, and it's just not fast enough for you. I wish I could say I'm sorry, but I'm not. I have gone out of my way to assure that I've still gone live every day to make sure that everything is still in order. And handling this behind the scenes. It's all been dealt with and handled. You would know, but you didn't stick around long enough to find out, because I guess 48 hours is just not enough notice for you. So I enjoyed having both you and Heather there, and I wish you all the best on your TikTok journey.